Hey y'all, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't done much fishing lately. Between my work schedule, I got sick, I had car issues, typical life stuff, man. So I haven't been able to fish for the last couple weeks. I'm honestly inland a couple hours, going to do some crappie fishing if this weather ever clears up. It's raining. It's supposed to rain for the next day or so, so hopefully I can get some crappie fishing in. And that'll be the next fishing video that you all see. But I figured in the meantime, as I've went back and I'm trying to learn how to improve the channel for everybody. I'm starting to grow a little bit. And I noticed I don't do a whole lot of talking about myself in any of these videos. So I don't want to go into a whole lot of detail boring you with stuff or whatever, but kind of give you a little personal look at myself. If you've not watched my podcast with Nature Beat Podcast, I'll put a link in the description down below. I'll put a little card up here in the corner. So if you want to go back and listen to that, you have the option just to click that and go back. I know podcasts aren't for everything, for everybody, and this deal's not going to be for everybody, but those of you that are interested in kind of learning about me personally and my fishing experience and that type of stuff, like I say in every one of my videos, grab a beer, grab a chair. I got my drink. So let's get to talking. When it comes to my fishing experience, I don't have a lot of it. I know everybody sees stuff on YouTube and it's like, oh man, you look like you're this great fisherman or you make stuff look easy. And I'm not saying that towards myself. I'm just saying that for all of us that have ever watched YouTube, that's kind of the notion that we all have is like, anybody that puts this stuff out's the greatest, they catch fish every time they go out. Well, in my case, that's definitely not the situation. When I moved to North Carolina, on to the coast of North Carolina in 2020, my fishing experience was very limited throughout my life. I grew up kind of fishing a little bit with my dad as a kid. We would go camping, we would always go fishing. We had a little speedboat that, after we got done skiing or tubing or whatever my dad was trying to terrorize us with that day, we'd throw a line in the water with a bobber and go from there. But, you know, for those of you that know me, I can kind of be a little hyperactive, and I'm 45. So if you can imagine me at 10 and 12 years old of trying to keep me calm and concentrating on fishing was pretty well impossible. My dad always done everything for me, would have the poles rigged up, all the knots tied, everything done. He'd throw the line in the water the majority of the time because I'm sure I probably sucked at casting too. You know, and I'd go running around, and my dad would scream at me that, hey, come here, Billy, you got a fish, come get this thing. And I'd go in, reel it in, laugh, carry on, do whatever. My dad throw it back, bait the hook again, throw the line out, and he'd yell at me whenever I got another one. So it was, I don't really consider that fishing myself. It's my dad trying to get me into it, and at that point, at that age, not interested. I had better things to do, man. I wanted to go ride my bike, I wanted to skateboard, wanted to do all the dumb stuff. So, like, at one point, he even bought me little bells that would attach to the end of my fishing rod. So, like, when we would catfish or we would do sucker fishing up north, that type of stuff, the bell would ring, and I'd go running, throw my bike down, go running over, and I'd reel in a fish. Didn't know how I done it, what we used, why we was there, anything like that. Just no clue. All I knew was, cool, look at me, I caught a fish, big deal. And then as I got older and I met my current wife, we would go camping quite a bit. And like I would always try to go to the state parks there around the Columbus area, get on a lake, stuff like that. And I would try to get the campsites that would be on the water whenever I had the possibility of actually reserving those sites. And at that point, same deal. I still didn't know anything. I'm late 20s, maybe early 30s at the oldest. Didn't know how to tie a knot. I would just simply do a whole mess of overhand knots just to tie a hook onto the line, slap a bobber on that thing, and my motto was, hey, I'm going fishing, but the only thing I'm going to catch is a buzz, because all I'm going to do is sit here in a lawn chair by the water and drink beer. That's pretty much it. If something floats by and bites, cool. If not, that's cool too. I didn't care. I wasn't working, wasn't dealing with life issues, wasn't dealing with none of that stuff. So who cared whether I caught a fish or not? I'm hanging out with my wife. We're doing nothing. Life is great. So same deal. Like, I don't even necessarily call that like fishing experience in any way, shape, or form. Me and her, we still joke about it this day. We've been together almost 20 years. So it's somewhere in that time frame, pretty close to that. Like, well, it was one of the last camping trips we was doing for the year. So I get the camper all set up, everything's good, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna run down to the bait store. I'll be right back. And I go in, same bait store I go to every time we would go to this lake, and I'm like, hey man, can I buy a night crawler? And the guy's like, well, we sell the little buckets of them or whatever, buy them by the dozen or however many's in there. And I'm like, well, I don't need that. I only need one. And he started laughing, and he was like, yeah, man, we don't sell them like that. We only do them, by the little container. I'm like, all right, man, well, I might as well give me just one of them because I'm not going to catch any fish. I only need one just so it looks like I'm attempting to do this. The other 11 of them will be down there at campsite C32 if you want to come down there and pick them up on Monday because they're all still going to be there. So that was always our running joke was I fished, but I didn't really fish, man. As a kid, just out raising hell. As an adult, kind of the same deal. Just sitting there, drinking beer, catching a buzz, and relaxing. So when I moved to the coast and decided I need a hobby of something to do, what's everybody do here? All right, let's get into fishing. This looks like it'd be pretty cool to do. Don't know if I can do it or I can't do it or not. And found out real quick I can't do it. Real quick that I can't do it. Same deal. Didn't know how to tie knots. Didn't know how to do anything. Like I went to the tackle store and was like, hey, I don't know anything about nothing. Can you help me out to kind of point me in the right direction as far as rods and reels and stuff like that? And Angie at Dutchman's Creek, if anybody's around the Oak Island area, y'all know Dutchman's Creek, y'all know Angie. She's amazing. And if you're a tourist and you see this, highly recommend Dutchman's Creek. Angie is amazing. So she pointed me in the right direction. It wasn't one of those of trying to upsell me on, you need this $5,000 rod and reel and, all this fancy gadgets or whatever. So she was awesome. And here's a really great starter combos for you to buy. They're very reasonable priced. They was pin stuff, so they're going to last. That I didn't know at that point. One of my buddies was like, yeah, buy pin. They're good. So going off of what she told me and what he did, I bought it and decided I'm going to start going and try to figure this out. And I'm sure I'm like a lot of y'all and started watching YouTube of how do I do this? How do I tie a knot? Basic stuff like that. And that helped me so much. Like, it's beyond belief. I mean, any of you that have watched my fishing videos, I still ain't that great, man. I got a long way to go. But just learning the basics. Everybody thinks that fishing is this overcomplicated thing or whatever. And after doing it for 5 years now, it's really not. I mean, it's the KISS rule is always keep it simple, stupid. There's things you got to learn with tides and structures and that type of stuff. But honestly, it's pretty basic stuff. And YouTube was a massive help to me on that. But when I started, I was strictly land-based, and COVID was going on. So your fishing spots was pretty limited. They closed the beach, and then boat ramps was closed, which I didn't have a boat, so that one didn't matter to me. But a lot of the fishing piers and that type of stuff was closed. So it was just sneaking off to, where can I get onto a bank and stuff like that. And I sucked. I was horrible. I was filming myself because I'm like, you know what? As I watch all these people on YouTube, they talk about, like, it's documenting, or whatever the heck the word is there. Have another drink, Billy. Documenting the process, and then YouTube turns into something else or whatever. And I care less if this ever turns into anything else or not. To me, it's a great hobby. But it helped me learn at the same time. So, like in the podcast with Christopher, he's like, you started a YouTube channel and didn't know how to fish? And I'm like, look, I don't look at it as starting a YouTube channel. I look at it as documenting my fishing journey, where I'm starting from. Because I'm basically starting at ground zero. And wherever I go from here, I will have that on film of, hey, this is where I started at. Didn't know crap about crap. And look at where I'm at now. Hopefully one day I can turn into at least a decent fisherman. But I got a long way to go on that one too. So if you look back through my old videos, literally it was me and my cell phone, and I bought a cheap tripod, set it up on the bank, I set it up on the beach, wherever I happened to be that day, and just went from there. Like, they're horrible videos. Like, I probably should have deleted them from my YouTube page or started a brand new one, and I didn't want to do that because for me it's about the journey. And I think a lot of people get that misconception about YouTubers or content creators. Man, I can't talk for crap. I better have another drink, I guess. Is that, don't get me wrong, there are some great fishermen out there. But these dudes are doing it every day. You know, it's every job, man. You're going to go out. There's days I'm going to strike out. There's days that I'm sure whoever the largest YouTube fisherman is out there probably has bad days. It's a grind, man. So I want to experience that. I want to share it, and more than anything, like, I just want to have it for myself. So whenever my fishing career is over and I can't do this anymore physically or mentally, I can go back and look like, dang, man, look at how bad I was. And I can sit there and laugh at myself. Y'all can sit there and laugh at me and see where this journey takes us. Where it goes, who knows? Might not be nothing. Might be the few of you that I currently have that watch might go to something big. It gives me a connection to my family, my friends. Gives me the documentation of where I'm starting, where I'm going. So far, I've got to talk to some really cool people through this platform and my other social media platforms that I put stuff out on Facebook and Instagram, that BS stuff. And hopefully I get to fish with some of these guys some days of, you know, it's making that network and that connection of just to meet people and have the same likes and the same beliefs. And, you know, with moving to an area that you didn't know a single person, that can be hard. And so this has helped me kind of start forming those connections with different people in my area, and hopefully we'll turn into lifelong friends and, you know, go on a journey together with through all of this. But for right now, it's me, myself, my kayak, a camera, out there just googling it up and seeing what I can do. But the main thing out of all this is how much it has helped me mentally. And I didn't realize it at first of like the benefits of being outside and doing what I'm doing. Like when I first started fishing, especially on my kayak, because whenever I was fishing from land, I was using my phone. Like I'd go out, kick back, turn on music on my phone, relax, you know, if I caught stuff, whatever. And now, like, I don't even listen to music because I just want to enjoy nature. I want to enjoy the sun. I want to enjoy the beautiful surroundings that we have, being so blessed to live in the area that we live in, that it helps me. Like, I'm sure I'm like a lot of people. We have a very stressful job and to life. Like I just talked about at the beginning of this. Last week I was sick. I had car issues and just... You get so frustrated, and bills and all the crap that comes with all of our lives. If you have kids, you know, man, like they're a handful. So to get that getaway has been a blessing to me. So the fishing part of it is almost secondary at this point of my life. I tell everybody, man, everybody needs an out, and I don't care what your out is, man, woman, kid, whatever. We all have to have our out. Mentally, it will help you so much. Now, I believe in the outdoors, whether that's going for a hike, whether that's going for a run, whether that's fishing, whether that's whatever, man. Just getting away. Like we used to do that about camping. Literally, we would go camp 7 miles from our house. And everybody's like, why don't you go further? And I was like, I don't need to. I just need to get away from the house. I need to get away from, man, I should be mowing the lawn. I should be doing laundry. I should be painting the bathroom or, you know, whatever. But to go 7 miles down the road and camp for the weekend made me and my wife both forget about it. And fishing does that for me now. And I recommend it for anybody, man. Find that out of what it is, because I never thought I had mental issues. Well, if any of you know me, y'all know I got mental issues. Your boy's crazy. That's why I got the nickname Buffalo. It's because I can be a little mental at times. But just the mental health issues that our country is currently dealing with. There's so many of us, whether you realize it or not, with yourself. Not even other people, just yourself. Can you look inside of yourself and say, I am completely and honestly happy? If you can, I high five you, man. More power to you. I live a great life, and it's still just dealing with stress and that type of stuff. This has been so beneficial to me. So I can't recommend whatever for every person that possibly sees this. Might be 5 of you, might be 500, might be 5,000 thing. Fishing is it for me. And I want to take you guys along with the journey. Want to see where this goes. But start somewhere. Find guys on YouTube. Might not always be me. I'm probably here more for entertainment than what I'm going to be for educational purposes. You know, I try to tell you like what lures I'm using and that type of stuff. But when I'm fishing, I'm such a small channel. I'm trying to put fish on the camera for you guys, kind of make you laugh in there while I'm doing it. But I'm not a big educational guy. I'm not a big talker, especially like this. I said, like, I'm there to show you fish currently until I can get to become a better fisherman. I try to strictly keep my videos to fishing. So I want to kind of do little series like this of just trying to get personal with you guys, tell you who I am, what I do, you know, that type of stuff. I won't be super personal in a lot of this stuff, but I've got a lot of life experience, good, bad, and different. And if I can help anybody out there, man, like, I haven't been the best dude throughout my life, and I've really worked on trying to change that. And with this channel, like, I want to change, not that necessarily image of me, but I want to, if I can even affect one person to make them be better or to help them with whatever struggle they're doing, this channel's a success in my eyes. Don't care about subscribers, don't care about that type of stuff. I want to make an impact on somebody, as many people as possible. But even if it's one, that's a victory in my eyes. I hope I can for somebody. Hope I can for a lot of people. Maybe I can't, but I want to start doing little series like this where I have stuff come up to where I can't put fishing videos out for y'all. Talk a little bit about myself, talk about life, sit back, have a beverage with you guys, and break bread, man, because that's what this whole journey's about. It's not about me. It's about helping. It's about doing good. It's about being a better human being. I think we have lost that as a society of just being good. Maybe you don't agree. Maybe you do. I don't know how I see it. And I want to be better. I want to help people be better. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. You might be good on your own. And if you are, more power to you. All I got to say to that is cheers. So with that, I've probably rambled on way longer than what I expected to. The whole point of this video is to kind of give you all a insight into me, and at least starting with this will show you of like my fishing and my lack of fishing ability, but not being afraid to do it. Go try stuff. Don't care what it is. Get out, put yourself out there. This is tough doing the YouTube stuff or social media stuff. Putting yourself out there for scrutiny. And you know what? Bring it on. Let me know. Tell me I'm a goober. Tell me I'm doing great. Tell me I'm a moron and should have never picked up a camera and a fishing pole. I'm good. I'm good with it. Because I'm good with myself. And I wish more people was that way. Am I good with myself every day? Absolutely not. I'd be a liar if I said I was. But on that note, I probably should wrap this up. Like I said, I've been rambling on long enough. Don't forget, do have hats. Got a new shipment coming in, new colors. Thank you for anybody and everybody that has bought it. So far, first batch sold out way faster than what I thought it would. So for anybody that bought one, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. As soon as I get my new batch in, I will post them on any of my social medias, which you can find in my channel page, with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever the heck it's called now. Follow me on there, and my email, saltwaterbuffalo121 at not Yahoo. Dang. Saltwaterbuffalo121 at Gmail. Hit me up. Let me know. Let me know what you think of this video. Should I never do these again and speak about things? I'm probably going to. Don't lie. Your boy's going to do it whether you like it or not. But hopefully this shows people it's just start trying things. Try something new, man. Get out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're going to be good at it. Maybe you're going to suck at it. You can succeed and fail at a lot of things in life. And I have. I've probably failed way more than I have succeeded. And I've honestly done both. And I will continue to do both because that's the only way you learn and you grow as a human being. Put yourself out there. Good, bad, indifferent. Try it. Fail. Learn from it. Do something new. Do the same thing over. Just do it better. And every day strive to be better. Whether that's personally, professionally, in a relationship, whatever. So, on that note, cheers to everybody. I appreciate y'all watching. And until the next one, remember, it's nice to be important, but more important to be nice.